My turning point was about 2003, I would say. That's when I started realizing, or at least I put it together, that I had gained a lot of weight. I was very frustrated. I had still been drinking. This is after a marriage that failed. I was divorced. And so I had a lot of resentment and guilt built up on me, a lot of emotional strain, and that projected, or at least it manifested itself into my eating habits, my drinking habits, my behavior, my anger. And in 2004, in May of 2004, I listened to some program on the radio talking about healing themselves and curing themselves with just simple stuff, juices, fruit juices, and a cleanse and so forth. And I thought, well, I've done all the many pills and shakes and all these different kinds of things to lose weight and get responsibility for myself. And when I did this simple thing for about 10 days, I saw my health return, or at least get improved, and I felt hope. And then after I felt that hope, I was excited because I lost a lot of weight. I lost 90 pounds, 45 kilos about, and I felt better. That's the best thing. I didn't feel like addicted to anything. I was happy with the fruits and so forth. When you recognize the divinity within yourself, the God, the connection, something deep and powerful, when you recognize how powerful that is inside us, a soul, let's say, and then you recognize that the body is a temple, is the housing of that beautiful spirit, beautiful everything, then that's the first responsibility, is recognize the divinity. Because then you can see the divinity in others. It's a beautiful feeling, the connection. And then second, after you recognize, then you got to do something about it. And to do something about it is basically nurture, protect, care for the temple. So recognize and care for the temple. Those two things. I think the Apostle Paul had wrote that the body is a temple and so forth. People read that. I look at the next step even further, and this may help you or may help others, is instead of just, because the word divine, think about the word divine. It's nice, it's a beautiful word, but myself, I can't connect anything with the word divine. I don't know anything divine. You can't touch it. It's a concept. Now, if I take that word divine and I think of baby, precious baby, adoration baby, I look at the baby inside. There's a baby inside me, there's a child. And now I can see that. I can visualize a baby. I can visualize caring and loving and adoring the baby. And then if I think of the temple, I think of like a safe place for my baby inside my heart, that kind of thing. And then I can visualize it, and when I share with others the visualization technique, they can also visualize that. Because now when let's say you have resentment towards your father hurt you very much when you were younger, or your mother did something wrong, my yoga teacher once told me, close your eyes, Anthony, and just visualize the people that have hurt you, your mom, your dad, your friends, who doesn't matter who it is, a stranger, someone in a religious, doesn't matter. But look at them, close your eyes, and imagine them as nothing but a child, a 3 or 4-year-old child having a temper tantrum and hurting you. And then really, hold it inside your heart. Now you're not going to look at your mom or your dad, whoever attacked you, as a bad person or a bad adult. You're going to feel bad. You're going to feel like this is a baby that's been hurt, and you're going to want to nurture. So that's a difference. Where divinity, typically when I think of divine, if I do, it's something and I can't touch it. It's beyond, it's beyond my touch. Yeah. I think of baby, I want to protect and adore and love and nurture. And that's the difference. It's the most beautiful feeling looking at it that way. And that's how if we treat our body this way, our emotions everything fits together like a beautiful puzzle. When there is a healing flare-up, a physical healing flare-up, where there be an inflammation site or a fever, there's physical things will show up, but as those physical issues are obvious and apparent, the emotional reaction is explosive. I'd never seen a happy, I feel great, I'm having a, never. It's always like a release. And it's almost like we've built up this trauma and we've protected it, we've cared it, we've invested and committed to our trauma that we don't know how to let go. So it's like a hot coal, that expression, if you hold on to anger, in your hand, you'll burn yourself. Same thing, we've built it up. So when I see that, it's a release. And when the release happens, then I start seeing healing. It goes with that.